Good afternoon everybody, hope you're perfectly fine and safe. So in this video I'll be mainly speaking about assignment 1 in the TEFL course at British Training Center. As you know, assignment 1 here is about the frameworks. So let's speak about the frameworks you're supposed to analyze and speak about in your assignment, and then also how you could analyze each one here. Alright, so the frameworks that you're supposed to analyze are just 4. The first one is TTT framework, PPP framework, text-based presentation, and the last one is the communicative language teaching, or the CLT, you name it, because some people say it like CLT. Yeah. Alright, no problem. So let's speak about how you can analyze your assignment. As you know here guys, the assignment is divided into 2 main categories, or 2 main umbrella terms. The first one is about main ideas and typical classroom implications, and the second is related to the procedures and also the stage aims you make in each one here, in each framework I mean. Okay, so let's speak about the first part here, which is about the main ideas and also the typical classroom implications here. Good. So first, if you remember, yesterday we discussed the TTT framework, and we said this framework is simply made in the classroom for a lot of reasons. The first one, or we make use of the first test in the classroom in order to diagnose the learner's knowledge, in order to know their strengths and weaknesses in the classroom about, for example, the lexis I'm gonna teach, or even the grammatical rule, because as you know, the TTT framework is not just about presenting vocabulary. No, you can use it to teach grammar as well, or functional language, you name it. So it's not just about the lexis, because some teachers mix between that, like this framework is just related to vocabulary. No, actually it could be used in presenting any system here. Good. So the typical classroom implications, so we said like you can make it in order to know more about the learner's information, to assess, to diagnose their information here. So this is the first part. So the main idea, as we mentioned, you could state for each framework like why do you make it. So in terms of managing the time, because as you see, this framework doesn't require a lot of time. You just have lead-in, test 1, teach, test 2, and then fair practice, and then feedback. So you have 6 stages, unlike, for example, the text-based presentation. You have a lot on your plate, you have a lot of stages to present. So this is the point. So you can mention this in the typical classroom application, that it doesn't take a lot of time here. So, and the same applies for the rest of the frameworks. Okay, so the thing that I want to highlight for you is the communicative language teaching, because this framework is not that common yet. Look guys, the communicative language teaching is about, as I said, using authentic material. Like we said, TEDx, you can use podcasts as well in order to make a wonderful class. And this framework, actually, its main idea is what understanding happens through interaction among the students in the classroom. You see, and the learner, and the teacher, I'm sorry, doesn't aim just to make the learners speak. He aims to make them understand the language. You see, so it's not just about making the learners speak in the classroom. No, so it's about make them understand the language itself. So this is the main core of the framework. Yeah. And then guys, there's something which is very important, which is what the similarities and differences between these frameworks here, what they have in common, which stages are presented in each framework here. So this is a similarity. And also you can speak about the discrepancies or the differences between them. So you can mention this point as well between the frameworks. So they have a stage in common, they have 2 stages in common. You see? Good. And then we move to something which is very important, which is you mentioning the stage name, the stage aim, and the procedure. So for example, let's do like an example together here. We have, for example, the present, practice, and produce, the PPP framework, or the situational presentation. So the stage aim, of course, the first stage is the lead-in, and the stage aim, why do we make the lead-in, for example, to activate the learner's schemata, to generate the learner's interest in the topic. Yeah. That's the point. and the procedures. Yeah, so here you will mention how